Welcome back to Student of the Month, and a very common pattern of swing or typical kind of early lessons that you tend to see. So some superb work here. I mean, the original one on the left, again, setup is massive, so very much in a blocking position here. So what that means is we've got the feet and the knees turned in, so that's going to block the lower half from moving correctly, shifting pressure and helping the upper half out. The right arm's quite straight, which again is going to inhibit how the arm structure can move typically, and it will tend to keep the right arm very much on top of the left, which tends to steepen the club. And we've got the spine slightly toward the target. So this would be a common situation I tend to see when coaching this type of setup, is like I say, very common. So we'll inhibit the movement. Now as we move the swing back here, what we'll see is that the pressure tends to move on the outside of this foot or on the inside of the foot. The right arm is very much on top of the left, which is going to steepen the shaft, like I said, and the body just can't operate and move as efficiently as it should be able to, mainly due to the setup. So we've got the new one on the right of the screen. Again, we've opened out the body, which means we've turned the knees and the toes out. We've got the spine and the left side of the body looking more as it should. Different arm structure, body taller. So now we've opened out all the joints, got everything more neutral, and it's going to be in a much better position to just function and move correctly. So then key bits we've worked on really is the left arm starting to almost cover the right arm during the backswing. Doesn't need to totally cover it, but more so compared to the original. It's obviously going to help in this situation. Feet, knees, legs all can move and operate completely differently to the original one, which is great. So the original one, as it comes down, because everything comes into vertical and everything's almost kind of very clamped or lacking in room, I call it, with the swing due to the posture. At the bottom of the swing, we're going to have to stand up or extend this left side vertically to make room for the club and to try and shadow the club out. And then there's also a need for the left elbow and wrist bending again to try and correct what the shaft's doing coming into strikes. This can lead to top shots or inconsistency with the strikes. So the new one, because the club comes down very differently when we get to impact, hitting position totally different, far superior, and as we work through, the right arm looks like it sort of works over the left arm here through the exit of the swing, and again a completely different movement through the bottom of the swing. So some fantastic work.